step your hustle up. You want to know what it feel like to drive this car? You want to know what it feel like to sip this syrup or you look this good in a club and draw this type of attention? Step your hustle up.
We here at the Starship. We got the one and only Q. Introduce yourself, Q.
My name is Corporate Q, and as I was previously telling our camera guy, who's a frat brother to my son, I really came up off the streets, never had a dad. My mom was a drug addict, and I started studying and learning and wanting to embrace education, which most guys coming from where we come from, they content with being where they're at.
Yeah.
Just make enough money to pay somebody to know what they don't know.
Yeah.
In the streets, a lot of us uneducated people talk like that because that's what Henry Ford did. You know, he said, I don't have to be the smartest. I just hire the smartest.
That's it.
But you know this, when you're behind and you have to pay somebody to know what you don't know, you're going to go learn it yourself.
You have to. You have to adapt.
So now I embrace the identity of Corporate Q because Corporate Q is a ninth grade dropout, but I'm competing, I'm working, I'm getting money in the city, buildings, you know, corporate business to business. So that would be who I am.
Appreciate you for stopping through. So how did you get involved with slow-mo, man? That's what I want to know. That's what everybody wants to know. How does slow-mo come about?
My brother from another mother, Miss Fate, Miss Sharon, I love you. You know that. My brother, he was in prison, and I had set the phone up from the call, and he told me, he says, hey, Q, I got an idea when I get out. We come from a community of blue lobsters where we always thinking about original ideas and how to come different. And so he was like, hey, bro, you remember the blue lobster shit I did before? I'm finna go beyond that. What you finna do? He said, I'm finna turn drink into a soda. I said, okay. Now, me, I'm not a skeptic.
Yeah.
People love sharing ideas with me because I'm not going to just immediately say, oh, that sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, because you're like, it's...
I'm actually going to consider it and look at it from the angles. You're the same. And I said, okay. So he started walking down through there. And I said, well, where the flavor? How are you going to do? He says, listen, got the flavor. That's no issue. The issue is it tastes like act. Okay? As most people know, activist doesn't exist no more. So which crowd are you going to appeal to?
Yeah.
This new generation, they're sipping Quagan, pie, all this other stuff, right? So how do we get them to embrace the old activists?
Yeah.
And here's where luck and fortune meet, is that most of the rappers now that are actually making waves understand that embracing what came before is how you forward what you're doing. You know, you want those allies, that underswell, right? So artists like Sauce Walker, artists like YTB Fat, artists like Rod Wave, they said, hey, we understand this is not just the taste, it's the culture, it's pizzazz, it's panache, you know, because we sip like it was a ritual when we used to sip coming up in 2000, 98, 99, 2000, we sipping, it was a ritualistic thing to it. And there was certain, you know, decorums and what's the word for it? Being polite, what they call in the South, compliments and different things like that.
I know what you mean. Like, you guys were doing it with style in a way.
Yeah.
It was cool. It wasn't a thing to overdose.
Listen, at one point when we were so down the way, it was no problem to touch or sip a person's cup. Way before COVID. But then we had to come up with rules. Hey, no kissing, no cups, man.
Yeah.
Buy your own cup.
Okay.
Step your hustle up. We don't do that. That's when it went to lines. Back in the days, we didn't measure lines.
It was just pouring up.
We poured it, you know, whatever fit. That's why you had to pour some soda out to pour some in. Like, we didn't really worry about lines. We was paying $200 a pint, $150 back. So,
now they go for how much? How much they go for now?
Bro,
what is
I ain't gonna even lie to you. You probably paying. I think I heard Sauce Walker. Somebody bought Sauce Walker a pint. I think it was Lil Yachty or somebody for like 5 racks.
Yeah, wow. That's
throwback acting. I mean, wow.
They paying that premium, you know. Just that sip. That's why slow-mo's so expensive, because
it's for a certain class of sippers. Shout out to the ones that's, you know, not able to sip it, but like we used to say, step your hustle up. You want to know what it feel like to drive this car? You want to know what it feel like to sip this syrup, or you look this good in the club and draw this type of attention? Step your hustle up.
Of course, yeah.
So, H-Town, syrup, it's all about stepping your hustle up. That's why you pay that much for the soda. You know, we was on that Nipsey shit years ago. You know, dudes say, hey man, I got a pint for you for $180. Man, if that nigga hand you $200, you know, it was a certain class of guys, and you look at where they are now. It was a certain class of guys, they gonna sit there and try to 170 you. But then the other class of guys, they gonna give you the $2 and say, y'all player, keep that. You gave me the baby bottle and it, y'all keep that, you know, and gone on. So it's just trying to embody not just a culture, but a certain lifestyle also. And that's why Blue Lobster Slow Mo is where it's at. That's the brand that we're building.
Okay. You said, so you got a Blue Lobster store in Texas right now?
Blue Lobster store is actually going to be called Blue Lobster Reloaded or Blue Lobster 2.
Okay.
Blue Lobster was a store that my brother had made. It was a concept that even kind of like rivaling and coming around the time Exotic Pops was coming around the time. It was like 2012, 13.
Yeah.
My bro was like, hey, I'm going to have a store with nothing but exotic things in there. Things that you can't buy in other places. Like, I'm going to give my camera guy over there, we have vapes with cell phones.
Okay.
Cell phone vapes.
I seen that on TikTok.
Come to those 12805 Blue Lobster 2.
So cell phone with a vape. That's pretty dope.
Real vape, real cell phone.
Okay.
You know, and here's the thing. When you're in the hood, it's a lot of things outside the hood you can't buy. Right? So people that's always outside the hood be like, oh, I could buy that right here and there. But you forget, we from the hood. We don't commonly go into certain places and different things. A lot of people from the hood are creatures of habit. So they continue to go to the same places. So now if you have on that same route where they normally go and venture, they eat here, get their cell phone, you know, they hood. But guess what? If you bring it to the hood, they going to spend money with you.
Yeah.
And they're going to make sure that that store is good, and because they're getting things that, new experiences and things that they could have normally got by leaving the hood. So we brought it back.
That's what's up right there. So it's going to be nothing but exotic drinks and snacks, cell phones with vapes in them. That's crazy. I don't know. How would that work? I got to see how that motherfucker work. You got one on you?
Nah. I don't vape. So the only promotional product that I have on me right now is the soda.
Okay, so how'd your brother get involved? You said your brother got involved with Slow Mo.
Shit, they invented it. The whole framework, blueprint of the sipping. Like we used to sip with Mo. We used to sip with Tune to everybody from the beginning. So when he came home, he said, I want the world to sip, but I want them to sip this. You see what I'm saying? It's really kind of like the same thing. If you know that people sip, then you appeal to that market. And then the sippers, you always know this. If you really sip, you know that you always looking for different flavor combinations, you know, different, just
a different taste bud.
Because it also brings a different mood.
Yeah.
Like it might be a blue cream night tonight. You know what I'm saying? Or I might be up, man. I just got a line in my lemon lime. I'm just feeling regular.
I haven't tried the blue one yet.
You haven't tried the blue one
What
yet?
flavor? Like, is it like a blueberry? Let me go get a cup of ice. You want some ice? All right. I'll get you another cup. We'll get you another cup.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna turn you up.
No, everything's good.
That blue one tastes good. Blue's good. What is it called? Blue cream.
Blue cream. You tasted yours?
Oh,
What'd you think?
So tell us, your brother started it, right?
Yeah. So check this out. We're from what's called G County,
Okay.
right? And it's a small town area, right outside of Houston, Texas. Right. So me, Tim, Network, Ronnie, all of us from G County, and everybody has been in the culture and the lifestyle of the music and no, I didn't turn my phone on. And so what they did was, you know, they formed an alliance. All of us have known each other 25, 30 years or more.
Yeah.
All of us. And so, you know, we just been grinding, trying to get the music shit going. And, of course, if you don't actually rap, because Network actually used to rap. I don't know if Tim used to rap, but Network used to rap. I used to rap. But when that's not working, what do? You pivot, you change, right? So, boom, they got into the stores, and then we got into fashion, and we got into doing the clubs. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you something. The last 25, 28 years,
You were hustling.
we didn't switch directions so many times.
It's
Trying
okay.
to find that, what's they call the main line. Trying to find that gold line,
The yellow brick road.
the yellow brick road. And so, like I said, I don't have a relationship with Tim other than we see each other when him and Network are talking. You know, that's how bosses do. When you see other bosses, you just let them talk and whatever. Because all of us are bosses in our own right over different areas. For me, my biggest thing is the music, right? The entertainment industry, whether it's booking artists, planning tours, reading contracts, negotiating contracts, booking shows, logistics. That's my main, bread and butter. That's my hustle. So, and I do transportation a lot.
Okay.
That's why it's nothing for me to get on the road. Shout out Tim. We probably gonna have to get back on the road together unless he wants to fly. But I'll jump on the road quick. We'll be here the same day.
That's what's up right there. I'm ready to talk business.
All right. Yeah, because I'm not really entertaining.
No, let's talk some business.
I love it. I love it.
Let's get down to brass tacks.